All right, we're going to get started here. Thank you for joining today. I'm happy to welcome everyone to the third and final part of our series of 8112 webinars titled The First Omnichannel Coupons Are Going Universal. So today's webinar is focused on 8112 specifically for retailers. My name is Dev Seidel. I'm the Director of Marketing at Fobi, and I will be your host today. I'd like to welcome our two panelists today. The first is Mike Canevaro. Mike has over 20 years of technology, contextual data, AI, and analytics leadership, including roles with Qualcomm, CSR, and SRS Labs. He is the Senior Vice President of Business Development here at Fobi. Our second panelist is Eddy Watson. Eddy is the president of Qples by Fobi, which is a mobile coupon solution offering print-at-home coupons and digital coupons utilizing the new AI 8112 Universal Digital Coupon Standard. Eddy has years of experience in the physical and digital coupon space. After the presentation today, there will be a live Q&A section. So please use the Zoom tool on the bar below to submit your questions. You can do that just by clicking on the Q&A and submitting it there. We'll then answer the questions that we have time for live. I'm now going to pass it off to Mike to start the presentation.
Thanks, Deb. So welcome everybody to, as Deb said, this third installment in our series. Today, what we'll cover off is an introduction to 8112 Universal Digital Coupons for retailers. For many of you that may have joined us in the other two who may not have had a proper introduction to Fobi, we'll do that for you today as well, and jump through kind of our vertical retail stack for retailers, which incorporates Qples, our Wallet Pass platform, as well as our analytics and insights platform. And as Deb said, we'll end it with a Q&A, and we're looking forward to buzzing through this with you guys today.
Awesome, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and just lead off really quickly and talk through a little bit about what AI 8112 really is and how that impacts everything. The main kicker and main thing to know about this is going to be that this is now going to have a centralized database for all of the offer information that every member of the ecosystem is allowed to access and utilize. And so when an offer is created, the provider like Cupels is going to actually serialize that offer and place that inside the centralized database. And then when that offer is redeemed in the retailer's store, they will actually be able to do the same thing and check to make sure it's a real offer. And all of that comes directly through the Coupon Bureau's databases. Big pieces to think about: every barcode will be completely unique in a single one-time use, and it's validated immediately when it's scanned. And we go all the way down to the G10 level now. So no longer have the need for family codes and things like that. Redemption information will become almost real time as well. And there's also a much wider arrangement of offer availability and options inside the data streams now. A little bit of background on the Coupon Bureau, which you guys can and should be reaching out and talking to them directly as well. But they are an industry trade association project that began a little over 5 years ago. And they were designed and brought in to help solve the mobile coupon issue, and that expanded to become the new AI 8112 standard and format. They are a nonprofit. They sit in between everything, and we like to think of them as more of the data pipes and than anything. They are not here to compete or do anything with everybody, but they communicate and work with everything to help improve this standard. And as I mentioned, they're a nonprofit. They were born and came from the JICC and the ACP Digital Committee. And in 2019, they were chosen as the solution provider and standard holder for AI 8112. Other than the obvious, which is, can we make coupons go mobile and make the user experience easier? There's a million other reasons that 8112 was developed. One of the main reasons is going to be fraud. As we know across the industry, coupons are ripe with fraud and cause lots of issues. And so having a centralized database goes much further than doing things as simple as doing a positive offer file, because now we're able to actually register and limit every coupon individually and control all of that in real time. Globally, there are billions and billions of coupons redeemed every single year. And this is designed to benefit and go past the standard manufacturer's coupon offering. So right now we do have issues with loyalty and things like that when it comes to how a brand can reach every individual retail consumer. And so this allows the brands to reach out to their own audiences and then help to drive those directly into the retailer. And then past that, this goes directly into a mobile device. And so now we have the ability to expand the coupon delivery method from requiring a print to go through, that you can actually do things direct, on pack, in store, and things like that, and actually to a true omni-channel coupon.
Thanks, Eddie. So hopefully with that brief introduction to the coupon bureau, you'll get a good understanding and some excitement as to why we're thrilled to be a part of this. So I'll buzz you all through an introduction to Phobia, and as I said, we'll take some Q&A in the end. So what does Phobia do? I mean, today we digitally transform businesses to make better data-driven decisions. And what does that mean? So many companies are data companies today. I think what we do and really everything we start with begins with data. And so for retailers, that means understanding your customers. It means understanding better operations, and ultimately means building better experiences. Today, Phobia operates in really 4 primary verticals. Clearly, we'll focus on retail and the CPG vertical today, and the technologies and the stack that service those verticals. But we also operate in hospitality and tourism. We work in sports and entertainment, and we work more recently in the insurance industry as well through our Wallet Pass platform. Each one of these verticals affords us an ability to showcase our first and foremost data capabilities, data collection and analytics and reporting. And then once you have that data across all of these industries, we're able to help brands, sports teams, venues, and insurance companies engage and maximize their consumer, their guests, their member engagement. We'll buzz through a couple of services today. As I said before, everything that we do starts with data, what we affectionately call connect and analyze. So we do this through a couple of different methodologies. When the company began a couple of years ago, we started with a small IoT device that allowed us to collect and connect data from virtually any disparate or legacy POS system in the marketplace. That device allows us to collect 100% of the transaction data on behalf of the brand or the retailer, and provide really rich reporting and analytics far beyond what a traditional POS analytics and reporting can provide. Excuse me. It also has the additional benefit, of course, of creating an outbound or a cloud-based connection for that legacy POS platform. Over the last 18 months to 2 years, we've really aggressively began to integrate that same reporting and analytics and data collection capabilities through API and cloud integrations with various POS platforms today. And we currently support any number of cloud-based POS platforms today through our API integrations. That allows us to do and provide still that continued rich analytics and reporting, and actually do some other pretty exciting things once we have that data. One of those things happens to be digital receiving and marketing add-ons as well, which we'll talk about in a moment. As I said before, since we begin with data, and since we, it kind of goes to the core of everything we do. That data collection can drive better operations, better price efficiencies, better marketing attribution as it relates to spend and redemptions and those sorts of things. And so when you bring all that together, ultimately, what it allows us to do is drive a much better and more efficient technology for our retail customers. Now you've got that data. What do you do with it? We have over the last year, we've been really aggressive in bringing some different engagement capabilities to the market that utilize either our data input as a way to inform many of the engagement and marketing platforms that we have, or as standalone capabilities that work with existing loyalty or other programs that our retail partners may have. So as you'll see, what we offer today are a series of DIY build mobile wallet solutions. We also happen to have our own mobile wallet application. We've actually more recently acquired Passworks, another mobile wallet platform that works with native mobile wallets on mobile devices. So we work with both Apple and Android wallets. And as Eddie introduced you to, and we'll talk about in a moment, the addition of the Qples platform, which brings both the 8110 printed home as well as the new 8112 format to bear. And so, what we think we have is a really powerful retail technology stack that enables either through a do-it-yourself, through API integrations with existing CRMs or platforms, or through our automated offer platform in Cupels, a way to engage consumers really effectively in and around retail locations. We'll jump into our analytics and insights capabilities here first. How we position ourselves is really, as I said before, a data company first and foremost. And what that allows us to do, either big enterprise retailers or smaller SMB, mid-market and franchise retailers, the ability to save time by automating a manual data collection process and reporting. We provide real-time rich insights back on the data. That's up to the second data. So a transaction occurs across multiple locations. We actually stream that data into our platform in real time and visualize that, giving you things like micro and macro trends on your retail metrics. Those could be things like top paired items, traditional sales data, your consumers or your customers that purchase the most, where they purchase the most. We even will provide demographic information in the platform as well. And ultimately, once you're able to visualize that sales history year over year, once you're able to understand who your shoppers are better, it allows you and our AI-based platform to provide some look-ahead AI-based data forecasting and segmentation. So we'll take historical data in over time. Our machine learning will come into play, and we'll actually visualize look-ahead forecasting for you. And that's a really powerful tool, especially in a retail marketplace today that has been so dynamic over the last 24 months or so, where you've got buy in line, pick up in store, you've got some retail locations potentially open, some not. So how do you really effectively forecast your business from an inventory perspective, product on hand, et cetera? So our growth capabilities around data forecasting are a very powerful piece. I mentioned this previously, real-time consolidated insights. This is, I think, for us, one of our biggest value propositions that we offer retailers is the ability to automate what is traditionally a manual data aggregation process by plugging all of the either IoT devices into our network or the API integrations into our network. And that provides all of those real-time insights and alerts, all based upon your transaction data. We access 100% of the information on every transaction. So that's not just how many items were sold. That's any metadata in the receipt. That's any payment notifications or information. If it's a cash transaction, we still collect the information within the system as well. From a marketing insights perspective, again, based on that real-time market data, we can deliver visualizations and reporting on interaction between multiple locations, both e-commerce and physical locations as well. So again, if you're running promos and offers across your e-commerce platforms and you're running a separate marketing campaign to your brick and mortar, we blend all of that information into our consolidated insights platform. And again, as I talked about, some of those AI forecasting and modeling reports, as well as our micro buying trend reports, all come right out of the box within the platform. So I'm going to toss it over to Eddie and let him introduce you to Cupels if you're not familiar with it.
Awesome. Thanks again, Mike. So to start with, Cupels really is from end to end. We are a coupon creation, distribution, and marketing platform that allows the brands to go in and build and manage these campaigns on their own. The whole idea behind Cupels is to find a way to simplify this entire process and make it easy for not only the brands to optimize and create their campaigns and send those out, but also track those results and also make it even easier for the consumers. And AI 8112 really is the next iteration in that and allows the greatest amount of usability for the coupons by the consumers. Currently, there are a lot of current challenges when it comes to coupons in the market. The fraud is clearly an issue. There's no digital manufacturer's option right now across the board. Interoperability is another really interesting one because there's a bunch of different places that cause a lot of issues across the entire process for everything. And 8112 is going to be the future of how we can do that. And 8112 also does future-proof everything by allowing us to move to a fully digital process. It's the biggest transition that the coupon industry's seen probably in the last 10 years. And it's only going to make things significantly easier for us in the long run. Main retailer benefits that come down with this are going to be the ability to reduce fraud, which is paramount and insanely awesome the way that it can help it do all those things. But you're also going to get that third-party validation with the Coupon Bureau that helps to make sure that offers are real, and you eliminate almost immediately all of issues of coupons that are created fraudulently. And then it still remains on the providers to make sure that we're limiting that to a real person and limiting how many times they can get it. But even in those scenarios, that eliminates almost 70 to 80% of all the fraud that goes across the board. It also makes the cashier's options and reduces your shopper friction significantly. Because of the new capabilities with AI 8112, we can actually present that coupon in real time. They can do a touchless experience right there in the register. And then we can even go further from that, and we can combine all of these coupons together into one barcode, which allows them to scan one time and move on with life. And you don't have the digital version of somebody trying to dig through their coupon booklet and decide which coupons they need and which ones are applicable to this store. They can do it very, very easily. There's a lot more options and things that can go through here, but the redemption information that comes back in real time allows the brands to monetize and optimize that campaign and make sure that it's going the way that they need it to go. And they can actually start to do things directly in store to help promote what's going on. An unusual use case for this will be the ability to start do much higher value offers and do sampling directly in the store if they need to. So items that are traditionally very hard for them to sample outside of a grocery store, they can actually start to do that and drive the consumer directly in there. So things like frozen foods, anything that's not shelf stable, you will be able to send direct coupons to them to have them go right in the store and redeem that and get a sample and test things out. And as it's known, couponers tend to spend more money in the grocery store than non-couponers. Just a little bit about the way the Qples process works. It is a touchless coupon transaction, so that does make it a much easier thing, especially in these new trying times with COVID. There's also a way for them to bundle these coupons together, which means they don't have to carry around a whole bunch of different coupons. And because it's on a mobile device, we can allow them to take those coupons with them with the thing that they carry the most with them, which is going to be their phone. And because of the new security on it, the high value offers will start to come back, and you'll start to see much more trial and usage promotions going through with these new offers. Just a really quick recap on how the consumer experience goes for them. And this is just out of the box without doing any integrations or anything else, but the consumer can discover this offer in anywhere that they want. And it can be something as simple from a brand's email directly on the brand's website, social media. It could be a media banner that they're seeing, but it can also be on pack on a QR code. It could be text to them. It can be basically any possible way that you can imagine viewing a coupon online. You can do that directly in there. And it's a quick verification of their phone number, and then they immediately are shown the coupon. And we give them a few options on the ways that they can access this coupon. So without having to do anything, they can access it like you see on the far right directly in their browser. So they don't have to download an app. They don't have to add anything to a wallet. They can grab that coupon and move on with their life. But, and if you'll skip to the next slide for me real quick, they do have options for saving this coupon later. And we have two options built in as well here. So they have the ability to use our Grocery Coupon Network app, which allows them to do a lot of different things. And I'll walk through those in just a moment. But it also allows them to save it to their Apple or Android Pay. And this allows the consumer to really choose what's the best way for them personally to access and utilize this coupon. And both of these have some incredible opportunities and great things that we can do to not only track and see what's going on with the consumer, but also keep up with them and remind them that they can go redeem this coupon. For the Grocery Coupon Network app, it's a simplified process that allows them to do a bunch of different things. So on the far left, any coupons that they save, that they will immediately have listed in their My Coupons. They can click on those coupons, view the details for it, remove them from their basket. They can also redeem them directly through that process. But they can also use our Discover tab to discover all the additional coupons that our clients have. And any client that creates a coupon can immediately add it into our network by using this Discover tab. And then on the far right are going to be the two bundling options that we have. So first off, they can create any customized bundle that they want. It can be a print bundle, it can be a digital bundle, and it can make their lives very easily or make much easier. But they can also bypass having to do any sort of creation of a bundle and use our master barcode feature. And at that point, they click one button and any digital coupons that they have will be bundled into one. And the moment it's scanned, the Coupon Bureau will push all of that data back, and the applicable coupons will issue the discount in real time. And the rest of them will stay right there in their viewed saved coupons for My Coupons area. And then I'm going to let Mike go into a lot more detail on what you can do with the wallet, because there's a lot more options here. But the mobile wallet experience is just another way for them to do it. And mobile wallet is an incredibly fast growing area that allows for a bunch of different things and doesn't require the consumer to do as many steps as adding a wallet as it does. They can view those offers in real time. They can get updates in real time, and then they can actually go and take that coupon and redeem it in store. And that option offers experience very similar to what a lot of consumers use right now when they're doing mobile wallet passes for boarding onto planes and other items like that.
Thanks, Eddie. That was good, and hopefully, everybody gets gets excited about, or maybe as excited as we are about the the acquisition of Qples and the capability of that platform has, and now the ability to blend it into things like wallet passes and other things that that we've been working on as well. So I think these two technology platforms coming together, at this time is a really powerful thing for retailers, for brands, especially, as I say, this 8112 is not an if, it's a when, and we think we're positioned really well with this technology solution for that. So I'm going to give a brief introduction to the mobile wallet for those that may not be as familiar with it as we are, as we live and breathe it every day. But certainly, the native mobile wallet on your Android or Apple phone is a place where you can save things like point cards, gift card vouchers, coupons, stamp cards, obviously boarding passes, concert tickets, those sorts of things as well. So we've developed a platform that allows us to distribute these directly to the mobile wallet. As you've seen, we do also have mobile apps as well, but today we'll focus on the mobile wallet piece. What you saw with the Qples integration with 8112 is an ability to build the promotion to bring customers back to the store and then deliver engagement through a couple of different methods. You can do that through the GCN app. You can do that through the native mobile wallet, or as I said before, or rather, excuse me, as Eddie said before, some other distribution methods that are out there that we'll talk about in a moment. So the power that we see the power with the mobile wallet is really the feature set and the drive that's happening with mobile wallet. You've got the ability to update and void promotions at any time. You've got the ability to schedule messaging to the lock screen. You've even got the ability to use things like geofencing. You can validate and redeem promotions right from the QR code or the barcode that you see on the screen. And you can increase promotion redemption with time and location-based notifications. And when you really blend all of this back into our data capabilities that I touched on earlier today, what you see, as I said before, is a vertical technology stack that allows you to deliver promotions, redeem those promotions in store, and actually understand how these promotions, these vouchers, these coupons are performing, all in real time with our capability. For those that don't know, mobile wallets, over the last couple of years, we've seen just an incredible adoption rate in mobile wallet across the spectrum. And so some stats on the market today. I think one of the more telling stats is the fact that well over 90% of mobile mobile wallet passes are never deleted. So what that means is if you look at your own mobile wallet on an Android or iPhone device, you may see boarding passes from years past. And I think that's a really powerful and sticky piece of technology that we're really excited to be bringing this 8112 to be a part of. So I think that's a very compelling piece. I think from a millennial perspective, you get 57% or better of millennials want information about sales and coupons, et cetera, all delivered via the mobile wallet. Again, you've got the phone, it's omnipresent in your hand, and the ability now to engage people, whether they're near a location, in location, or just part of your loyalty platform via the mobile wallet is a really compelling piece and use for the technology. So as I touched on earlier, the wallet can be used to keep customers up to date with the latest interactive digital wallet passes. You can update passes in an instant. You can use the pass to redeem an offer. We can actually cancel an offer if it's been redeemed already. We can bring up the next offer as well. Eddie touched on the serialized barcodes as part of Qples. Again, if you've got a stack of offers that you want to redeem, those sorts of things. So all of that capability now, bringing and blending both the Qples and our Wallet Pass platform, allows us to use the mobile device as yet another digital delivery method for these 8112 offers. So push notifications at any time, dynamic personalized content, segmenting your audiences on based upon purchase history, based upon reach and frequency, based upon where they sit in your loyalty program. All of this is now possible from an engagement perspective with the mobile wallet. Eddie touched on this briefly a minute ago. I think one of the great things about Wallet Pass distribution is just the ability and the many places with which you can onboard and you can activate your shoppers. Obviously, we like to say that you should start with your known. So if you've got a CRM or you've got a loyalty program or you've got an email database, that's a great place to start. It's a trusted place to start where you've got people that are receiving your newsletters or your offers that are coming out weekly. Clearly, the website, social media, QR codes on the bottom of receipts. We have an ability to print offers, targeted offers onto physical receipts as well via our Phobia device, which I'll touch on in a moment. And that, again, that becomes another way for you to onboard people into either into a single pass or into a Wallet Pass program, because you have the ability to reach 100% of the people that get receipts. And there aren't too many pieces of technology that are out there where you can actually reach people with that high of a percentage. Mobile apps, of course. If you've got an existing mobile app, the Wallet Pass with really kind of the flip of a switch, the Wallet Pass works in conjunction with your existing mobile app, and it in many ways becomes the front door, just like your airlines app or other apps that may have a companion Wallet Pass. This same functionality exists on our platform, so it's a great accompaniment to any sort of app strategies that you may currently have. Of course, targeted ads. In store, as I talked about, the ability to either do a QR code on a receipt or signage as we see, or as Eddie even said, on pack advertisements, et cetera. You can all onboard all of that in all of those ways. And then the last two, near store, we touched upon geofencing as a way to do so. Digital signage is another way to do so, as well as NFC terminals. And we're beginning to see much more of that as a reterminalization effort has occurred in retail over the last few years, taking advantage of the NFC that's in those terminals to be able to simply tap to onboard into loyalty, or tap to redeem, or even tap to download a Wallet Pass. So there's a lot of multi-channel distribution here that is possible with the Wallet Pass, and we're really seeing an uptick in not just the use of the pass, but the distribution of the passes across many of these mediums. So I touched briefly on our receipt-based marketing. This is, in many ways, it's a tried and true, piece of technology that many people are familiar with. I think one of the exciting things about when we look at 8112 and we look at the distribution of that, this now becomes another distribution method for 8112 offers. Again, if you really think back to the data collection piece, you think back around the personalization or the segmentation of your audience, you can now deliver really targeted messaging, not the same offer for everybody, not the same offer just because there was a roll of paper towels in the basket, but really based upon shopping behavior. You can really drill down into location-based targeting. And you can tie in that 8112, which gives you the ability to really redeem and measure attribution, and really, more importantly, measure the spend of your marketing dollars. So, as Eddie touched on, you can choose between creating your own coupons, provide access to brands to promote their manufactured coupons as well as the ability to take advantage of our digital receipting platform as well, which I'll touch on in a moment. The retailer benefits is, like, as I said, I mean, many of you, probably use some form of receipt-based marketing. We don't see a lot in the small and medium, band of the marketplace, and we're beginning to see much more uptick there. You've got an ability to reach, a broader consumer base. You're empowering your CPG brands as yet another place to reach them. It's a great way in real time and in a dynamic way to change the content on those receipts, avoid surplus inventory if you've got it, monetize every part of the shopper experience, as we've talked about. It's great dynamic engagement. If you've got the data, you've got some personalization or some segmentation, the content can actually be dynamic, all leveraging our real-time analytics. And it really, we look at it as a way for you to save money while you make money. I mean, manufacturer offers coming down, we can manage that process through our platform, and it allows retailers to participate economically in that model as well. So that's it for me and Eddie, and we're happy to take some Q&A and answer any questions you may have on the platform based on that kind of brief introduction to Phobies.
Thank you, Eddie and Mike. Again, you can submit any questions that you have using the Zoom tools below, but we already have some here, so we're going to start right off the bat with a few. The first one here is there any cost to retailers to accept this 8112 coupon?
Mike, you want to take that, or you want me to take it?
I'll give that to you, Eddie.
So the only cost that will be there would actually be any development costs that you guys may incur. But there's also a whole list on the Coupon Bureau's website of approved accelerators who are able to help you facilitate that. And in many ways, they're not allowed to charge you directly for handling those integrations. And so I would highly recommend reaching out to the Coupon Bureau to understand that exactly. But it's a pretty simple process from what I understand, which is probably very much an oversimplification, but that's as much as I got on that part.
There are some, I think, Eddie, there are some POS manufacturers that are already kind of jumping ahead to integrate with some of the capability as well. And I think, TCB is a good resource and a good place to find out who those are.
Next one here is, can retailers utilize 8112 coupons both inside and outside of existing loyalty programs? So a retailer may already have a loyalty program where they want to accept maybe some CPG coupons into their system, but run their own internally. What would be kind of the process for that?
Eddie, I'll let you take it too.
So for that one, it really is kind of a case-by-case basis, depending on what the process is that works best for that retailer. 8112 is designed specifically to not interfere with loyalty, but if you contacted Cupels directly, we would be happy to provide a feed of our offers to be able to supplement and include inside of yours as well.
How does the Fobi data and analytics solution work with 8112 and the Wallet Pass solution?
Yeah, I think as I said earlier, one of the things that we're really excited about with 8112 being a digital format is there's as well as the Wallet Pass, that there's a wealth of data that comes off of those redemptions, those deliveries. It could be everything from just which operating system, which user, where it's redeemed, and because we've built this really robust data platform, what that allows us to do is not just collect transaction data, based upon purchase history, but now blend in redemption and delivery. And, with the addition of Qples, as well as our Pass Creator platform, we now have the ability to know who received what, when they redeemed it, how many were redeemed, at what discount. And so blending all of that data together into our platform provides, we think, for the first time in probably a long time, if ever, a unified data reporting platform where you don't have to actually go out and measure attribution or get reports from an agency or get reports elsewhere. You actually have the potential to bring all the data into a singular interface and then act upon it. So from that perspective, that's one of the reasons why we're really excited about 8112, and then blending that with the Wallet Pass, because it gives us that wealth of information into our already, robust data platform.
Can 8112 coupons be used outside of grocery retail?
Yes, they can, but it does require the same integration that the retailer would have inside the grocery store as well. So anybody is able to do that, and that includes all the way up to e-com as well, which is part of the 8112 standard.
Are Cupels and Phobia's platforms brand funded?
It's a good question, Eddie. I'll let you answer the Qples piece here.
Qples it is brand funded. 100%. The brands are the ones that are creating these deals and issuing them and making sure and paying the reconciliation and everything for that. For Phobia, I think the answer is yes as well. I just want to make sure I don't overspeak, because I know we do direct with retailer as well.
Yeah, I think our direct retail technology model, we're a SaaS model there, but we certainly have the economics and the metrics down to show you how you can offset those SaaS fees quite comfortably with the delivery of offers and coupons.
Can wallet passes be used as a complete loyalty program?
Absolutely. As I mentioned early on, we've integrated with a number of POS platforms. We've also integrated with a number of loyalty platforms as well. And so, depending on what a retailer's looking for, whether it's a standard, maybe a stamp card platform or an accumulation of points or benefits, we can certainly do that through a Wallet Pass platform. What we find in the larger format, bigger enterprise retailers is that they've typically got some form of loyalty. It still could be a plastic card, or it still could just be based upon a phone number. The Wallet Pass becomes just a brilliant front door for that platform. Again, the geofencing comes into play. If I walk in close to a store, and there's an offer, my wallet can pop up on the screen. And by tying it to either existing or through our loyalty program, it allows you to see your points balance or whatever the currency balance is at a glance. You can see immediately if you've redeemed that for something in store or online. It updates. So there's a lot of great functionality that is integrated either with a third-party loyalty program or our own capabilities.
Can you handle retailer-issued coupons as well?
Yes, we can definitely do that. In that scenario, it would just be a store coupon, so it wouldn't be a manufacturer's coupon, but that's something we can easily handle.
This one's specifically more about the Wallet Pass, but do I need anything special to use Phobia's Wallet Passes?
Absolutely nothing. I'd say if you carry an Android or an Apple phone today, you can use a Wallet Pass, and chances are you probably already have and may not have realized it. Maybe even used one of ours.
Is redemption different if a customer is using, for example, the GCN app or the mobile wallet or a web coupon?
Essentially, it's the same. The only difference would be on the app itself. The redemption process could include multiple coupons at once. And right now on the web and also in the wallet, it's a one coupon at a time process.
With 8112, will manufacturers be able to reimburse retailers directly for redeemed coupons?
We still recommend that you go through a clearinghouse because of the obvious benefits of using one, but it's no different than using a manufacturer's coupon now. You're not required to have a clearinghouse. It just makes your life significantly easier. And so if a manufacturer chose to not go through a clearinghouse, they would be responsible for reimbursing those retailers directly.
What are some examples of outside of just grocery retail that you would use the Wallet Pass for retailers? So I know we talked a little bit about loyalty there
Sure.
and couponing. What other examples are there?
I mean, look, you've got, convenience is a great market for it, for loyalty, traditional retail. We've got a number of fashion brands that utilize wallet passes for loyalty, like Hugo Boss and others. So it's not just grocery and convenience. Clearly, 8112 has been targeted towards grocery, and convenience, because they're manufacturer driven and it's a coupon driven marketplace. But certainly, any of these other places are great use cases. As I touched on, vouchers, coupons, loyalty, stamp card, frequent shopper, check-ins. We've kind of seen, we've seen all use cases. And I think to date, we've probably issued, north of 60 million or so passes around the world. So lots of use cases there.
And I'm going to finish off with this last one here. And we've had this question in a few of our webinars now, but how soon will retailers begin accepting these coupons? And I know this is a little bit more of an open-ended question, but Eddie, I think you're the best to answer this one.
So the short answer is there are retailers live right now. So there have been campaigns ran and are currently being ran in the retailers that are there. If you want, you can go to the couponbureau.org and they should be able to give you a list of all the retailers that are already integrated. But it's a process that's growing and getting faster every single day. I think we don't have a single week go by where we don't hear about a new retailer that's begun integration or talking about the integration. It's probably going to be a transition time, which takes you from very few retailers to the beginning of the retailers, which is where we're at right now, to the end, which is 100% saturation, kind of like we are for 8110 coupons. But we're built for that process as well, which is why we have the ability to do a dual offer. And the dual offer allows the manufacturer to present to the consumer the option to print the coupon using the traditional 8110 printed home method, and they can take that coupon and redeem it anywhere. And then they can also choose instead to clip the coupon digitally, and inside the process, we link to the available retailers to see where they can redeem that and take it in. And the goal would be, over this transition time, we will see less print coupons and more digital coupons until eventually it's almost all digital coupons.
Great. Mike, you can just transition to that last slide there. I'd just like to thank you, everyone, for joining today. First of all, thank you to Mike and Eddie for the presentation and going deeper into the benefits of 8112 for retailers, and specifically looking at what the future of retail with engagement is going to look like. Thank you to our listeners for joining today. Contact information is available below. This will be posted live on our website and also broken up for distribution as well too. Mike, do you have any last words before we sign off here?
Oh, just thank everybody for the time. I mean, hopefully you guys can see why we're as excited about this new format. We think we're well placed with a couple of different engagement strategies for retailers and for brands. And as I said before, it's not if, it's when, and we're ready. Perfect. And any last words from you, Eddie?
No, Mike said it perfectly. We're just incredibly excited to watch how this industry grows. It's a long-awaited time and shift for the industry. And the only other thing I would add is anything that we didn't mention today is that there will probably be significant amounts of innovation that come out of this that we haven't even thought of yet.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you again to our listeners, and look for upcoming webinars in the future. Have a good rest of your day, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.